Good morning, everyone. I'm your host, Shashi, with you all again with one more inspiring and motivating session. And here, as I always say, this is by women and for women to inspire and to motivate and to create voice for women. And today's our guest, she's connecting with us from Italy, Rome. It's a very historical place, lot of history we have. We will hear from her, but along with that, we will know from her side what she do, how she do, and how she became what she is today. While listening about her life journey, about her experiences, be ready to get those experiences add in your own life because she is going to share with us her transforming and leadership and coaching work. So I hope you're ready. So let's welcome our today's speaker, Paola from Italy. Welcome, Paola. As I was reading your introduction, I was reading you do a lot of work. You are Reiki master, and then you are doing a lot of consulting and coaching work as well in the prosperity and business coach. I found it's fascinating. Like as a Reiki master and business coach, you do like a lot of different things. How you do, and before knowing about your work, how you do, take us to your place where you are in Rome. Share with us little history with our audience, and along with that, your childhood journey, and please share how the way it transformed and help you the way you are today.
Well, Shashi, first of all, thank you very much for having me here on your platform. I'm really, really honored. Well, many things I need to say. So, as you know, I started out my professional life in a completely different area. I am a linguist by background. For many years, I worked as a conference interpreter. So communication, has always been something that has been with me. I have been the voice of many people, and I had the opportunity to learn about effective communication and multicultural communication, because of course I was translating people from all over the world. So this is something that I still bring with me in this new chapter in my life that is fairly new because it started around 2010. That was a time when I had a storm in my life that affected me personally and professionally. I lost my mom. I had already lost my father years before. I was, getting separated from my husband. I had 2 teenage kids, and, this was really, I call it a storm. It was a storm in my life. It was affecting me really from many point of views at different levels. And two things, if I have to think back of that time, two things were really important. On the one hand, I was exploring technology at that time to find new clients. Okay. The internet was picking up around those years. And so I was exploring, the opportunity it was offering. And at the same time, I've always had a very active and rich spiritual life. It started when I was 18. It started with a book by Louise Hay, You Can Live Your Life. And from there, I continued to explore the inner part of me at the energy level and, at a more spiritual level, exploring my soul, my why, my purpose, and what was going on inside me. How I was reacting to things, and I discovered Reiki. Reiki actually called me around 2004 when I lost my dad. Okay. And since then, it has become my spiritual path that has been enriched by several things. But, it started then. And then, I became a Reiki master in 2019. So several years, where I could explore myself and my energy, and the energetic element has really fascinated me. So while I was exploring the technology and internet, I bumped into a coaching program that uses mind-body techniques to unblock, the blocks that you have. And one of these techniques is tapping, emotional freedom technique. And for those of your listeners who don't know it, it's a technique where you actually tap on your body some acupuncture points where specific meridians pass through. And this tapping helps you, let go of resistance, of, beliefs that you might have. And as you release these blockages, you are able to move on, and life flows more easily. You can make your decisions in a better way. You release stress. Basically, you release a lot of stress. And so I said, well, I'm going through all this storm in my life. This may be something that I need. So I started this program actually for myself, because while you do the program, you need to be coached, and you exchange coaching sessions with other people participating in the program. I really, it got me into it. I really loved this idea of coaching, and I was already, pursuing my spiritual path and my energy work. And so my coaching practice started from that. So that was the beginning. So as I said, to me, energy is very important. And in my work as a coach, I call myself a prosperity and transformation coach. Prosperity to me, it's not just a financial prosperity, it's prosperity in every sphere of your life. And it basically means when you are in the flow, you are living in the flow of life at different levels, in different areas. Transformation, because we go through changes every day. I mean, our life is a life of change. If you think about it, our cells completely change every day. So the person who wakes up today is not the same person that was yesterday, because our cells completely renewed. But transformation is really something different. Transformation is when you are able to harness all these changes that sometimes are challenging, and use these changes to open up to infinite possibilities. That is transformation. So I combine ancient traditions and science and strategy to help entrepreneurs to master their energy.
Paola,
Yes.
I would just like to, just for a moment, I would like to ask, many of our might be, for them, Reiki might be new. Can you explain a bit more about Reiki? You shared the method, and tapping is one of the method which you use, and you yourself found it's very healing, and it's very energetic. It creates good energy. Can you just, before this explaining, can you say what exactly it is? It can help our audience to understand, and they might find it's important.
Yes. So Reiki is an ancient Japanese energy technique. It probably, it dates back thousands of years ago because it is founded on ancient traditions, Japanese traditions, including Japanese shamanism, that is Shintoism. And then it was, let's say, rediscovered at the end of the 19th century, beginning of the 20th century, by a Japanese monk, and he was also a doctor, Mikao Uzui, that was his name. And I say it was rediscovered because, as I said, it is founded on ancient traditions. And Reiki, the word Reiki is made up of these two words, Reik and Ki, which is the Ki is means a life energy, universal energy. You call it Chi in Chinese and Prana in India, and it's a universal life force that already exists in us, and it surrounds us. It's what brings life to everything that is living and non-living, including the stones and rocks. Okay. What Reiki does is it helps you to become aware of this energy, of this energetic dimension in you. And through this technique, you are able to rebalance your chakras, so recreate a balance in your energetic body, and therefore release stress and release those blockages that may cause stress and difficulties in your life. And since everything first manifests at the energy level, and there are many scientific studies now showing this, you may also find that Reiki is helping you overcoming physical problems. Although I don't want to say that Reiki cures. It doesn't. It supports your body in healing naturally. So any treatment or therapy that you are taking at the moment is strengthened thanks to the energy support that you are giving to it. So basically, this is Reiki. There are several levels because you start at level 1, making familiar, getting to know energy and how you feel energy in yourself and in others, and you understand what is your energy and how much you are receiving from the external world, because we constantly interact. Even through a computer, our energies are interacting with one another. And then, of course, you move up level 2, it makes you aware of a bigger dimension of this energy, so that we are this energy, we are part of this energy, and therefore we can connect even if we are in different countries or continents. And then there is the level 3, where you experience even a more subtle kind of energy, and you learn also how to teach others and help others getting familiar with it and go through the Reiki path. Okay.
Very nice. Beautiful, beautiful. Can we show our audience some demo, what happened, what exactly we do in this, how we do, and I can volunteer myself.
Yeah, okay. So what we do, as I said, first level makes you aware of your energy. So basically, at each level, you receive what is called an attunement, okay, that
Mhm.
helps clear and clean your energetic centers,
Mhm.
okay, so that the energy moves through you more naturally. When you are treating somebody, I mean, when you are not self-treating yourself, you are treating somebody else, you are not giving this person your energy. You are a channel. So you are channeling universal energy to help the person at the energetic level. Okay. So what we do in level one, we self-treat ourselves, basically. We can
Mhm.
also treat other people, and we explore the energy at the physical level. So one exercise that I teach my students when they start on this path is to feel their energy. And how do we do that? Very simply. If you put your hands in this way, very close to one another, and you start moving them very slowly, very slowly. At a certain point, you may feel some heat between your hands, or you feel like a cushion of air. So you feel a little bit of resistance.
Yes.
You may feel some tingling. The sensations may differ from one person to another. So when you experience these things, what you are experiencing is your own energy.
Mhm.
This is your energy. This is the energy around your body and the energy of your body.
Mhm.
Then, if you move a little bit your hands apart and you do the same thing, after maybe it is more difficult, but there will come a moment when again you may feel the heat or the cushion of air or the tingling between your hands. And this again is your energy. So you see, your energy field or biofield, as it is called by scientists now, is not a very thin layer, but it surrounds you. Even it
Mhm.
can be around 2 or 3 meters around you. So
Mhm.
by moving your hands, and you can
Mhm.
continue to do that, by moving your hands, you realize that your energy, is really expands
Mhm.
around you. Okay, same
Mhm.
thing, right? And another thing that you can do, you have beautiful plants behind you. So
Mhm.
if you place your hands at a
Mhm.
certain distance from the
Mhm.
plant,
Mhm.
at a certain moment, you will feel again, it can be
Mhm.
heat, it can be tingling, it can be, some,
Sensations.
you can feel some resistance, and that
Uh-huh.
is the energy field of the plant.
Mhm.
Okay.
Mhm.
So this is just as an introduction, uh, to make you aware of your energy. In level one, what we do is by placing our hands in on certain areas of your body, and basically around the chakras, the main chakras, um, we contribute to bring more energy to that centers. So
Mhm.
usually, just to show you, you start from your eyes, and here
Mhm.
you are in correspondence of the third chakra,
Mhm.
right?
Mhm.
And then the second position is here on your
Mhm.
temples, and you see you go around your crown chakra,
Mhm. Mhm.
right?
Mhm.
Okay. And the third position is between your ears and here your jaw. This is an area of extreme tension. When
Mhm.
we are stressed, we tend to clench our teeth, and we tend to accumulate, our energy here is blocked. It becomes so. This is where we placed our hands, right?
So ears should be covered, right?
Yeah, ears and jaw. Okay.
Yeah, ears and jaw should be covered.
Ears and jaw. Okay. Then, we place them here on the
Back.
let's say the upper part of the neck and the beginning of your scalp
The
here.
hump area.
And yes, the amygdala, and it corresponds also, it's the back part of the throat. And here we have another chakra. And all the chakras, we are used to see them on the front part of the body, but actually they have also a back part. So they are like, this is the shape of the chakra. And it is very important also to consider the back, right? And then you continue with your crown chakra, and then with your throat, and with your heart chakra, and your solar plexus, second chakra, first chakra. And then when you also go on the knees. This is another point where we tend to block our energy, and your ankles and your feet. And so this is more or less the self-treatment that you do. All right?
Yeah. That's very beautiful description and very detailed. In a small time, we are able to show to our audience how they can develop and how they can find having this Reiki technique can be healing for them, can be prosperity, can bring them prosperity, energy, and moreover, we are here with Paola. So if you are still feeling you need more and you want to develop this interest and technique in your own body for your prosperity, for your health development, we will put her description in the detail as well. So get connect with her, as she has given us very small demo but very effective, I can feel. So yeah, please go ahead, Paola.
Yeah, so as I was saying, you do this self-treatment. I do it every morning, for example, and also when I'm tired during the day. And it helps me, rebalance my energy, ground myself. So working on the lower chakras is very important. When we start a spiritual path, we tend to be very much in our upper chakras, and we lose our connection with the earth. But receiving also the energy from the earth, so our lower chakras, especially from the feet, is extremely important to keep grounded, and receive this beautiful interaction from a grounding energy from the earth, and the more spiritual, subtle energy, the universal energy from above. And the two energies integrate, and this helps us to be grounded. I said at the beginning that everything happens at the energy level. So when there is an imbalance in one of our energy centers, this is reflected in our outer world. So what I do with my clients when they have some issues in their businesses, we see how the blockages that we identify in their energy centers reflect in their business. For example, I'll give you a very simple example. The first chakra is our foundation as a person, okay? It gives, when it is balanced, we feel safe, we feel supported, we feel provided for. Money flows in our lives with ease, all right? When it is blocked, we feel lost, as if there is no direction. There is a lot of fear. We feel uncertainty, and we have money problems. Usually, we may undercharge for our services, for example, or we may find it very difficult to get the money from our clients. And this reflects in the business too. So it means that probably you should look at your business foundation. So have you chosen the right business model? Are, the right processes in place? Are you clear about your pricing structure? Are you clear about the clients you want to attract? And very often there is no clarity in these things. So when there is an imbalance in your first chakra, this imbalance reflects in the business. And you can also use the energy of your business to explore your own energy. So, for example, if it is very hard for me to be paid or be paid the price I want to be paid, I have to look at my own first chakra and see what's happening there. So maybe, I may have beliefs around money that are affecting me. So this is what I help my clients to do. So we use also energy techniques to explore and improve also their professional life. You are muted, Shashi.
Sorry.
Okay.
So Paola, as you explained and you mentioned how these energy flow we can utilize for our self-health, for our business, for our work, and we can interchange. I think that's very interesting and very beautiful. It can help individuals when they are looking such support. When I'm talking all about hearing from you, you must have done with lots of people, same work. How you find? Would you like to bring some story, or maybe where you found, oh, like that's what I was looking for my client, and it's so satisfactory.
Yes, I was telling my story at the beginning because it all started from me. I mean, I decided to share, what I was experiencing on myself with my clients because it all started there. I had this storm in my life, enormous difficulties at all level. So the coaching that I received, along with the energy techniques, my Reiki path, and all the other energy techniques that I have come to learn over time, have helped me clarify my blockages, work on those, improve certain areas of my life, and bring clarity and reduce the stress. And I can also, if you want, tell you always about myself. And I had an important health issue back in October. That is related to my thyroid, so it's my throat chakra, and I'm working a lot on it. And my blood pressure skyrocketed. Okay, so I had to go to hospital. My blood pressure was very high, and I applied Reiki. I applied breathing techniques. The whole time I was there in the hospital, and in the 6 weeks after the hospital, 6 weeks that, that was the time it took me to regain balance and bring back my blood pressure, and also work on my thyroid. Of course, I was taking medicines. I don't want to say that I treated myself completely with energy, but what I want to say, I helped also, my health condition, I helped it to be rebalanced at the energy level. Other stories I can tell you, there's one of my clients is a lady. She's an international trader. Okay. Mm-hmm. So she has a very stressful work. She had to deal with very difficult people. When you do trading at certain levels, arrogance is very common. And, she decided to join one of my coaching programs, and we used a lot of tapping with her. we used a lot of tapping. We realized that there were things that she was, carrying with her from her past, and that were, blocking her in her life. And the coaching she did helped it very much. She managed to, to let go of certain things, and at the same time deal with this arrogance and the difficulties that she was experiencing with her client in a different way. And by the way, she's coming back for another program that I'm starting now in July.
Wonderful,
yes,
wonderful.
Yes, and she wants to go on. I mean, now there's another level of difficulties, and this is the interesting thing when you start working, combining all the levels, so including also your energy and your spiritual level. And when you start to have a spiritual approach also to your business or career, there are things that emerge. I mean, you notice there is an evolution, and in order to continue to evolve, you have to work on something else. It's a lifelong journey. There's no final destination. So we discover something about ourselves every day, and we can transform every day.
So Paola, as we hear about your journey, we hear about your work, which is very impressive, very healing for self and for others. And when we talk about discovering ourselves, what way you give a message to our audience and our listeners about discovering self, what way they can be their best version of themselves, how they can discover any message?
Yes, I want to say what I think one important message that was really eye-opening to me when, when I was in the middle of that storm. I understand that working on yourself sometimes can be painful because you bring up issues, things that probably, you have hidden somewhere in yourself, and you don't want to think about them because they were painful. However, remember that the only person you are going to have a lifelong relationship with is yourself. So in order to have a positive relationship with yourself, love yourself, take care of yourself, it is important also to understand these painful parts that are painful because of the way you reacted to circumstances. Sometimes, in working with myself, I discovered that there was something in my childhood that I lived as a terrible trauma. And if I think about it today, I see it as a very silly, stupid thing. But at that time, I was a little kid, I couldn't understand that it was a stupid thing. Okay. So, bringing these aspects to the surface doesn't mean necessarily that you have to be in the trauma again. It means that you simply acknowledge these things, that they are there, you forgive yourself and everybody else that was involved, and you move along. That's
right.
it.
Right. So, Paola, when we are talking about it, about the message of healing, about the message of how one can understand and can develop in their life by having all these kind of conscious effort in their own life, how you find having a platform like this is important and needed?
Oh, I think it is absolutely important, Shashi, absolutely, because, spreading messages. I mean, there are people out there who need to hear today my message and tomorrow the message of somebody else you are interviewing, and being able, to spread those messages that may support some people, may bring clarity to some people, may inspire, or may, be represent a aha moment for them, or they simply feel comforted. I think it is absolutely important. And today we have technology that is helping us spreading these messages very, very easily, reaching a very wide audience. So you are doing an amazing job. And I think it is really, really important. And go on, keep up with this beautiful work, Shashi.
Thank you, Paola, for having such strong faith and having the such message, because each time when we ask and we hear, it keeps us going on. It keeps us giving us more motivation for spreading more love, motivation and inspiration, and this knowledge which my speaker like you, they bring their years of experience, their specialization, and their work with directly working with other people, how they did, what they did. And it gives energy to our audience and our listeners along with me. So I feel again, yes, there is again one more bright sunlight we have to do for our audience. And thank you so much for all your share, all the work you are doing. And I hope all the very best for your current and future work and for your growth. And same time, thanks to our all audience and listeners who are listening and watching us. As you saw, you heard, you find how Paola is helping through her Reiki and bringing in her coaching style as well, how she's helping her client as well by understanding their energy flow in their business, in their work, in their health. I believe you will get the same message in your life, and you will apply in your life as well to get yourself growth and prosper. And again, if you feel stuck somewhere, you need help, someone's, and we are putting description in the description about Paola's detail as well. So get connect with her, find the support. We are here to support you. And with this note, thank you. Stay safe, stay connected. We will come back again with one more new speaker to share knowledge and wisdom to make your life better. And don't forget, as I always say, we are here to grow. So share, subscribe, and like. Thank you. See you next time with new episode, new inspiration. Bye-bye.